What's up with y'all? Jet Spark Star Pilot back in this motherfucker. And check it out, right? When you got something going on for yourself, like for example, like let's say you got like a business going, or you got like you got some ways that you can get your situation correlated and shit like that, or like, you know what I'm saying, like things like that, right? Let's say you like, this is an example, like let's just say you're a stripper or something, you know what I'm saying, and you got your own way in how to make your money, you know what I'm saying? So you already know, like, already being a female, like your powers be like just shaking, wiggling, jiggling, you know what I'm saying, all that energy, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you just being in that space, right? And you got different ways in how you can make your bread, how you can make your little money and shit like that. It's kind of like when you're on that, when you're doing shit like that, it's better to not to care on what people gotta say on your little one too, right? Because it's kind of like, no matter on how they may think you look or whatever, it's kind of like, at least you're making the bread, you know what I'm saying? At least you're the bread. Like you could even be the breadwinner of the family. It just, as long as you got ways you can make your money, you know what I'm saying? It's all about, you know what I'm saying? Because down here, I mean, it's really not all about the money, you know, let's just be real. But it's like, at least down here, it's like motherfuckers think that in order to succeed, you need to be rich or things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's also good to feel like you're rich. Even if you're not rich, you can be the poorest motherfucker in the world. You can be the biggest bum and shit like that. As long as in your mind you got, but I'm rich. Oh no, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I got it like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what people think. I got that shit. I'm by myself. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, that's how it's all. What it's all about, is you making your own situation, creating your own vibe, creating your own shit like that. So it's kind of like, that's kind of like the best way on how I can let y'all know, like, and it's kind of like, you'll know you're on the right track when you'll just like randomly just get like feedback from the universe. Like the universe will confirm it with you. Like it'll give you some shit where, like, you know, you don't know, but like you're on the right path. Like it'll like, you may see like some synchronicity, but the way you were feeling, you in a good feeling space. You know what I'm saying? It's now depending on how you see the synchronicity. Like it could be like a motherfucking how I say this? It could be you could be feeling weird and like bad, right? And go through a synchronicity. That's how you know you're not on a good track. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you're on a negative track. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing the right thing right now. Now let's say you feel regular, you feel normal, and you see a synchronicity. That means you're not really doing too much in your life. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of just letting life go by, life pass by, and shit like that. Now let's say you feel good and shit like that. You're feeling, right? Let's say you're feeling good right now, right? Or you feel like you don't give a fuck or what motherfuckers think and shit like that. That means you're on the right path, because that shows that the way you feel, the way you are, you're already in a high, and there's no such thing as high and low, but it's just words we gotta use to, you know what I'm saying? But you may be feeling like on your high horse, or you may be having like a good vibe with yourself, or like you may be feeling good or whatever like that, and you go through a synchronicity. That's how you know you're on a good track. That's kind of like the universe confirming that you're on a good track. You know what I'm saying? However how the external looks like, as long as what you're doing is already supporting on whatever you got going on, that's how you know you're on a good track. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even gotta be just plain synchronicities. Like it can play on like God's confirmations, like shit like that. Like God will confirm that you're on the right track too, regardless of bullshit, regardless of the negativity you think is going on and shit like that. It's really not negativity, as long if you know how to see it the right way. Even some negativity is good. Like sometimes it's good to know how to transmute negative shit and negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like that really be the hardest energy to transmute. You know what I'm saying? Because when you transmute negative energy, for a spirit to even come with a mind state to even throw out their little lights out in the universe, and it's negative, that's how you know that the whole purpose, the whole generality is that they're trying to make you be in the same space as them. And if you know how to not be in that same space, and you know how to actually transmute that, use it for your creativity. So you could be an artist, you could be a singer, a rapper, an actor, an actress, you could be working at your job, whatever, but know how to transmute the shit the right way. So you may not have to do as much as as the next person. You may be like a businessman or whatever. You may be like whatever, all that shit. And you can transmute it in your whatever you got going on, because you know what you're doing is actually supporting or whatever it is you got going on in your own life. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about creating a sufficient mind state for yourself. Like, always know how to create a sufficient mind state for yourself. Because when you create a sufficient mind state for yourself, that's how you know you don't fuck the earth, fuck the 3D shit right now. When you know how to create a sufficient mind state in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, everything down here goes to waste. Like, everything down here doesn't even matter at this point, because you realize at the root cause of everything, what you're actually doing up there manifests down here. So you could be doing something negative up there, and it may not. And there's no, like, the point of negativity, whatever the positivity is, there's really no such thing as any of those things. It's really about when you look for negativity up there, down here it plays out that you're going through shit with more better ways on how to look at things. You know what I'm saying? You look through positivity up there. How it plays out is you go through shit where motherfuckers play you the fool and shit like that. So it's kind of like you gotta be a hard spirit and know how to create a mind state that you don't gotta feel like any of that shit. You know how to create an equilibrium mind state where you know how to fly your plane, fly your spaceship, fly your anything, your saucer, your UFO, all that shit. You know how to fly that shit and know how to get to your esoteric destination up there. So when you get to your esoteric destination up there, you know that there's other ways to how you can see the world down here in this earth, at least in 3D. Because nigga, we all dead at this point. Nigga, we all dead. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, nigga, you're just seeing my motherfucking, like this. You know what I'm saying? You just seeing my motherfucking my spirit. This is my spirit at this point. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, this is my spirit playing out a form of a character that I once played eons ago, but I'm bringing it down here because, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, it's just, nigga, the world's already over, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like shit like that, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, but as with that being said, you know what I'm saying, this video is just about some spiritual shit. I'm just talking spiritual, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how I start off the video, but I'm gonna end the video like this. How to be a sufficient and a supportive, and this too. It's all about being supportive too. You know what I'm saying? At least with your tribe, with your soul tribe down here. Because when you're supportive with your soul tribe and shit like that, y'all creating the esoteric realm like some big ass UFO that abducts all the minds down here. When it abducts all the minds down here, the whole world starts looking more and more and more like you, more and more look like us. You know what I'm saying? Since right now we are in the world of Uriel, that's why everyone's looking more and more of how you're supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? How you're supposed to be seen. You know what I'm saying? And since Uriel fell first. He was the angel that fell first. That's how we know different ways on how to know not to follow the tracks that that spirit once did. That's because I can't even say he. It's an it. Because the spirit is androgynous. Angels are androgynous. We are androgynous. We don't even like, and like down here, like I may be in a male body, but and I still like pussy. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm talking. As an angel, angels come down and fuck men and women. These are the thoughts and feelings. Man is your thought, woman is your feeling. In that thought and in that feeling, there's different masculine and feminines. In the thought, in a woman, there's masculine and feminine in the feeling. So when they say angels came down and fucked all the men and the women and whatever, they just talking about it starts from the mind first. Then once it plays out down here, then you know what I'm saying, clearly it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. But you know what I'm saying? That's just loud. You know what I'm saying? That's just for this video right here. You know what I'm saying? Jet Sparks, Star Pilot, out in this motherfucker. And I appreciate y'all for watching. You know what I'm saying?